So good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's health seminar. As usual, being a Sunday, we are going to talk about health, how we can live a longer, healthier life. And today we are revisiting a very serious topic that we dealt with a while back, but about COVID-19. And as we all know, the statistics have been on the rise, and we felt it was necessary to just go back. For some of us, it will be a bit of revision, but for some of others, like the new distributors, I know this will be new information for you. So I welcome you all from all over East Africa. And today we are so lucky that we have a medical doctor who is going to be talking to us. That's none other than Dr. Julia, who will be sharing with us her experience about COVID-19, and more importantly, how you can be able to protect yourself, manage the disease once you get it, and basically live a longer, healthier life. So without further ado, I want to welcome Dr. Julia. Dr.
Hello, Fred.
Hello.
Hello.
Good
Good evening.
Evening to you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our meeting today of health. We want to learn about how to protect ourselves from this pandemic of the COVID-19. And as you've been told, my name is Julia Ouko, a private medical practitioner. I live in Nakuru. I am a mother, a wife, and a very excited member of this opportunity that has gathered us here this evening to share on Zoom. So welcome everybody on board, the distributors and our guests. I believe we could be having some guests on call. So to start with, today we want to manage this thing that has it is a condition that almost brought the world to its knees. Some countries suffered very, very badly, Kenya included. And it is a monster that came, as we all know, the year 2020 came with pomp and color. But little did we know that in a short while we would be put to so many problems. So we want to tackle the issue of COVID-19 today. And before we can tackle the issue, we just need to know what COVID is. And for some unavoidable reasons, today I won't be sharing slides, and you may not even be able to see my image, but I'm usually loud and clear. So if you have a notebook and a pen, just take your notes and take them very well by being attentive. So we need to define what COVID is first. And first of all, this word COVID, what does it mean? COVID is just simply coronavirus disease. And then it was named COVID-19. Why? It is coronavirus disease that emerged in the year 2019. That is why it is called COVID-19. And what is coronavirus? So coronavirus is a disease that is communicable. It is a communicable respiratory infectious disease caused by a group or family of viruses that are called the SARS. And they cause illnesses ranging from common cold to more severe diseases like pneumonia. Actually, most people who fall sick with COVID-19 will experience mild to moderate symptoms. And in most cases, they recover without special treatment. However, some will become seriously ill and will require medical attention. Sometimes the medical attention is so intensified. And mostly these are people with the chronic diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, and many more. Diabetes on its own weakens your immunity. So when you have chronic diseases like the ones I have mentioned, it is good to take good care of yourself. The disease was first discovered in China, in a city called Wuhan, and some severe acute respiratory syndromes were noticed in patients suffering from pneumonia. And after investigations, the lab tests revealed the virus. And this was in December 2019. So in Kenya, the first case was detected in March 2020. But from what we think, the disease could have arrived much earlier than December 2020. So the organ that is usually mostly affected by the virus is the lungs, because when it goes through the nostrils, it travels, it goes through your trachea and down to the lungs. And this can cause very serious illnesses. So we need to know how we get this disease or how we contract it. There are some mode of transmissions that make you get the disease and get ill. So the transmission mode can be airborne or by droplets, and airborne means somebody has either sneezed carelessly in the air and the virus can be suspended in the air for a while. Somebody comes passing by, picks it, or it can be contracted from surfaces. If a droplet that has viruses landed on a surface and you handle the surface carelessly, you can get it. So how do we get infected? The mode of transmissions are numerous. Number one, it spreads between people when someone has a close contact with an infected person. Number two, when infected people breathe or cough in the air contaminating the surroundings by droplets and airborne particles containing the virus. This means transmission is highest when people are in close proximities. For example, when you are in the church, you are in a closed door meeting, those kind of enclosed areas. And then another way of transmission is it can be transmitted also when you get splashed or sprayed with contaminated fluids, especially through the mouth, the eyes, and the nose. Now, we are also told that the virus can go into your body through the mouth, through the eyes, and through the nostrils. And that means you avoid touching your mouth, you avoid touching your eyes, and you avoid touching your nostrils. Like sometimes it was circulating in the social medias that avoid men. Men is mouth, ears, and nose. So be very careful when the pandemic is on so that you don't touch those areas carelessly. Another way of transmission, now being in a droplet, the virus transmission can also occur by touching infected surfaces. It isn't clear how long the virus survives on the surfaces, but the survival time will range between 2 to 9 hours, depending on whatever surface it has fallen on. The time frame for the surface of a wood is different from the time frame of the surface of metal. So any surface should just be handled with a lot of caution. Now, what are the signs and symptoms when you should suspect you have this disease? Number one, we could have chills and fever. This is a condition where chills and fever is where maybe the sun is up and it is so hot and you are feeling cold. Or maybe it is cold and you are sweating, you are feeling hot. So chills and fever. Number two, a cough. Number three, you can have a sore throat. Number five, some people will have headaches. Number six, some people will have generalized body aches and pains. You can hear somebody telling you that they are feeling as if somebody is poking them by sharp objects. And then in some rare conditions, some will have diarrhea, though not always. Some will have skin rash. Some will have red irritated eyes. Some will have discoloration of the fingers. A lot of people get loss of taste and smell. Some will have shortness of or difficulty in breathing. And this is because the virus attacks the respiratory system. And when it gets into your respiratory system, it can go down to the lungs. And when it gets there, it is an infection. So infections usually cause swelling along the pathway. Now, if your pathway of the air entry or air outlet is inflamed, they swell, and the swelling will make minimization of air moving in and out. And in severe cases, we can end up with pneumonia, or we can have acute respiratory syndrome, sometimes leading to death. Those are just some of the many symptoms that exist. But when we know these are very serious things that can happen to you, we just need to know how to take good care of ourselves and prevent infection. But even if you get infected, then you should know how to handle yourself in that case. Now, MOH guidelines that have been stipulated very well to us. And the MOH guidelines include so many things. Number one, avoid crowded areas by keeping social distance of at least 1.4 meters from each other. And always try to stay in a well-ventilated area, especially when you are indoors. Number two, the use of masks. We should correctly wear a mask as a way of suppressing the transmission. You'll find a lot of people, they have worn masks, yes, but these masks are not meant to protect them because either the nostril is outside or the mask is below the chin. Now that does not help you because you are not preventing anything. It is like you are wearing it for some other reason, maybe authority. Now, just correctly wear your mask as a way of suppressing the transmission. And that way you protect both you and others. Then number three, wash your hands frequently with soap and clean running water. That one we all know. And number four, sanitize your hands very well and surfaces around you, especially where running water isn't available. Number five, cover a cough or a sneeze with a tissue or a handkerchief, or when coughing, cough into a bent elbow. And if unwell and experiencing the signs and symptoms that I've told you, stay at home. And if symptoms persist, visit a health facility for assistance. If you visit a health facility and you are confirmed and you are not very serious, isolate yourself for at least 14 days. After 14 days, go retest and act as advised by the medics. Another way of preventing infection is by getting vaccinated. It has been preached, but I don't know why people are not so many people are taking up the vaccine, but we have numerous vaccines in the market. We have vaccines like Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, we have Moderna, we have AstraZeneca, we have Sinopharm, BBI, BP, not the BBI politics. There's a vaccine called Sinopharm, BBI, BP. So if you do all those that I've told you, you'll be protecting yourself. Also, do a lot of exercises as they give you relaxation and calm. Exercise is very, very necessary in so many things, not even just for prevention alone. Exercise is mandatory to whether you are healthy or not. Then always eat a healthy, well-balanced diet because proper nutrition and hydration are vital. And they are vital because every day you must eat a mixture of unprocessed whole grains. These whole grains are foods like wheat, maize, millet, rice, and so many others. These whole grains, they are very rich in fiber, and that way they keep you they keep you full most of the time, so you don't have to bite junk, because when you eat a lot of junk, then your immunity is low. You are not getting the right diet. Also, eat plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables. And you also need to eat foods from animal sources like meat, fish, eggs, and milk. And for snacks, you can choose raw vegetables, fruits, and unsalted nuts. These ones will protect you. Those are just a few things that you can do to prevent yourself from getting the infection. But if you're in the unfortunate circumstances, you are already infected, there's a solution. And even if you are not infected, we have a solution. And the solution comes in from our company that makes me so proud to be presenting to you today. It's a company that has been in existence for the past 63 years, originated in the US, came to Africa through South Africa in the year 1971, and came to us in East Africa in the year 1996. This is the company called Neolife that I'm talking about. Neolife is on a mission to make the world a healthier and a happier place. And you see, if you are healthy, then even the coronavirus will not attack you. So how do you prevent yourself from the Neolife side? As we adhere to the MOH guidelines, in Neolife, we have a solution for either preventing the infection, or if already infected, the disease wouldn't get severe. The solution is our highly effective products that have been scientifically researched by a scientific advisory board for the past 63 years or so, and proven to be highly effective. The products are effective. And these products, they are vitamins that are based in nature, backed by science. The vitamins are also essential to our bodies because the virus impacts people with low immunity levels on a level that there are chances of less survival when infected. It means people with high immunity are capable of coming out victorious when attacked by the virus. And that's where our products come in. And we have so many products. I'll just mention a few. Remember, I've told you the products are based in nature, backed by science, meaning they are organic, no chemical preservations, very pure. Now, the product number one that we should use is called TreeNN. TreeNN contains rice, wheat, and soya, and is complete with lipids and sterols. And this product, TreeNN, will feed and detox your cells. When a cell is fed and detoxed, that is a healthy cell, will be able to help your body fight radicals that could affect you negatively. Then product number two, vitamin A. Vitamin A produces a lot of white blood cells, which in turn produce antibodies that will fight the virus. And this vitamin is mostly found in foods like eggs, leafy vegetables, carrots, mangoes, pawpaws, guavas, watermelon, and so many others. Then product number three, remember our products are highly effective, highly effective. Product number three is vitamin D. That also helps you in fighting serious viruses. It is one of the best proven vitamins for the coronavirus. The best source of vitamin D is usually that early morning sunlight, that one that is so sweet to bask on. But since we rarely get enough of it because some of us are working people, we are employed, some of us are so busy looking that you don't get enough time to bask in the morning sunlight, then you can find it in foods like egg yolk, mushrooms, cod liver oil, and many more. But if you can't find enough in these foods, then use our vitamin D. Then the fourth one, vitamin C. This one builds your immunity like no other by supporting the cellular functions your body needs. It is found in fruits like lemons, oranges, tomatoes, strawberries, grapefruits, broccoli, spinach, pepper, and many others. Pepper, not pepper, pepper, pili-pili, and many others. Its high concentration is in lemons and oranges mostly, but it also acts as a very important antioxidant that helps in protecting your body from any damage caused by oxidative stress, because we all know that oxidative stress negatively impacts on your immune system. That is vitamin C, highly effective. You don't want oxidative stress because it will negatively impact on your immune system. Then we also have carotenoid complex. Carotenoid complex is a very superior supplement The carotenoids are a group of fruits and vegetables that are yellow, orange, and red in color. They are beneficial antioxidants that prevent you from disease, and they enhance your immune system. They also support your eyes and skin, and they are clinically proven by USDA researchers to boost your immunity by 37% in 20 days. Imagine 37% in just 20 days. It means when you take a bottle of carotenoid complex that has 90 tablets, you have taken fruits and vegetables in raw form with all the vitamins, the vitamins not destroyed, and you've taken equivalent to 150 kilograms of fresh fruits and vegetables. This is because they contribute to antioxidant activity in the cellular lipids, supporting normal cellular growth, and renews the cells. Now, this assists healthy levels of immune cells activity. They are found in foods like carrots, tomatoes, spinach, red pepper, strawberries, apricots, peaches, and many more. You can't mention all of them. Then we also have chelated zinc. Chelated zinc is what helped our media personnel, Jeff Koinange. You all had it on news. And this keeps your metabolism working at its best. Chelated zinc keeps your metabolism working at its best. It reduces severity symptoms and duration of cold symptoms by an average of about 3 days. If you contract the virus, or if you get a common cold, in 3 days, the symptoms will have cleared. It's very pure and with high potency, highly absorbable, because the chelation process reacts in a way that makes absorption to the body faster and improved. In our normal diets, we only manage to get less than 10% of zinc absorbed into our body. It is found in foods like milk products and in whole grains. And in many cases, the ready-to-eat breakfast cereals are fortified with zinc. It is also found in red meat, poultry, beans, peas, nuts. There are so many, you can't mention all of them. That is just a few. Then we also have omega-3 salmon oil. Omega-3 salmon oil will help you in a situation that the severity has gotten. If you got the virus and your airway is inflamed, the omega-3 will absorb will dissolve the inflammation. It reduces inflammation by a very big margin. So if you had inflammation because of the infection of the virus, the omega-3 salmon oil will help you. Then we also have a more superior one called phytodefense. Phytodefense is a more superior immune booster containing most of the products that I have mentioned, but it also includes two others, the flavonoids and the cruciferas. The flavonoids will do wonders to your cells, and the cruciferas will crucify anything radical that has got into your body. It contains the power of six optimal servings of fruits and vegetables to support your body's natural defense. So all these vitamins and many more support the immune system, respond and provides the nutrients density and diversity of 25 carefully selected fruits and vegetables. Our products are very superior. There are so many, but those are the main ones. And in conclusion, we can say, as we all know, the year 2020 was ushered in around the world with pomp and dance. Little did we know that the daily operations were to come to a standstill shortly. The pandemic interrupted most operations, giving us a new normal, and our new normal way of living brought a lot of disaster along with it. People lost their jobs, people got seriously ill, some died, school calendars changed, plus many more negative things. We don't want to go back to 2020 because Lately, we have been told a sixth wave by the name Delta is back, and now it is back accompanied by another one called Lambda. And this Lambda has already been identified. That is why the MOH protocols like mask wearing and social distancing are very, very mandatory as you use our products. So let's all adhere to the MOH guidelines. If experiencing signs and symptoms, for heaven's sake, seek medical attention and stay at home if you are feeling unwell. If confirmed positive, isolate yourself. But most importantly, use our highly qualified products for prevention so that in an unfortunate, but also in an unfortunate circumstance that you are infected, use our products so that the situation won't get worse. Thank you so much for listening to me. Fred, back to you.
Thank you so much, Daktari. Thank you for that very short and sweet presentation. It's bringing us back to COVID and the challenges we went through COVID and how we responded. And that kind of revision for some of us is very important. Friends, now we will go to a testimony by one of our distributors who actually went through COVID and he was infected, and he just wants to share his journey and how our products actually helped him to come through with it. So without further ado, I want to welcome Robert Kamau to share. Robert, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Good evening, everyone. My name is Robert Kamau, and this evening I've been empowered by the doctor's presentation. That presentation was good because it is telling me exactly what I went through. Robert is an accountant with the government. I'm married to Betty, and we are blessed with the 3 children. I'm also a distributor of Neolife, and I thank God that God brought this business to me. Maybe it was because of a time like this. And in 2020, I remember around June, from the office, somebody contracted the virus, and they mentioned us as one of the contacts. You remember that time, if you are mentioned as a contact, you are basically supposed to have been picked up and taken to Mbagari. It was a very frightening incident, but luckily that rule had been done away with, and they had introduced the issue of staying at home. So when I realized when we were contacted, we were tested, and it happened that I had COVID, I was shocked because I was asymptomatic. And when I brought the information home, basically my family was very worried. They were very worried because I have a history of asthma when I was young, and I knew that this COVID hits very hard on respiratory systems. So I remember even my daughter she started crying because she knew daddy is in trouble. But I thank God, because when I joined Neolife, I started using herbal respiratory and other products, and that problem had gone. So when I got isolated, every minute I was worried because I was waiting to see whether that could come up, but I thank God that it did not. So before even I was I went through the test and so on. I've been using the product. When I heard there was COVID, we started now enhancing our diet. The doctor has explained very well the foods that we need to eat. And we started upping our diet and using these same products even before these came to me. So I was in isolation for 14 days. And I thank God because I didn't have any symptom. In the process, quite a number of my colleagues got into this problem. Unfortunately, some of them passed on. And since most of them know that I'm in real life, I could still give them solutions for my isolation. And I remember I've helped very many people with these products. Everyone was calling me at that moment. I want zinc, I want vitamin C, I want omega-3. So I was making money in my isolation. And what I can say is these products really helped most of my friends. And there's one friend who basically was really down, and I insisted on them using double of what should be used in every product. And I used to monitor them from my isolation and encourage them to take the products and also stay hydrated. At that moment, you needed to have a lot of water. And also I encouraged them the way the doctor said, the issue of exercises. And within 2 or 3 days, I could get very good results from them. So the products that have been mentioned are very, very important. One product maybe Daktari did not mention is the NutriShake, but that's a protein drink. She has explained why we need to have the proteins, just for basically to maintain the muscle, not to have the muscle loss. You need a lot of energy. Your metabolism should be up. So NutriShake is one product that I encourage everyone to take at that moment. Then we also have the 3NN. We have been explained to why it's very important. You need to have the whole grains. That give you the fullness. And the whole day you are having the right diets and the right foods that you should eat. Fruits and vegetables, that's a very important area. And since we are not able to get all the required fruits and vegetables, carotenoid comes handy. And I used to take 6 carotenoids. In the morning 2, lunchtime 2, and in the evening. Basically, what I want to encourage everyone on board is we don't need to wait until COVID comes on board or any other illness. We need always to be prepared, always to try our best and have the correct diet. Vitamin E and D, omega-3 salmon was part of my program. The issue of inflammation, I didn't want to risk at any moment to have infection through the lungs because I knew once that happens, I would be in trouble. Zinc from the immunity point of view is very important. And it also helps other areas, even if it is not the COVID. For us men, it's very good. Maybe I'll mention that as a by the way. And what I can say briefly as I wind up is your health is very important, and there's nothing that you can equate to your health, because once you are healthy, you are productive. So as much as we are having other precautionary measures, the vaccine, that time we didn't have vaccines. Now it's important the way Dr. has said and other protocols, but ensure you have a good diet, ensure you reduce on stress, and ensure that you have the support around you. Family support is very important, and friends, because when some of these incidents happen, you wholly depend on your loved ones. So friends and the team, thank you very much for helping, listening to my story. What I can say is Neolife came in the right time, and I wish all of us share these products to other people, because we are there to make the world a better place for everyone. Thank you and God bless
you. Wow, thank you so much, Kamau, for that very touching testimony. I'm excited that in isolation you are making money when other people are stressing about their health and that kind of thing. And that shows you the beauty about Neolife, is that when life gives you a lemon, you make lemonade out of it. Everywhere you are, there's an opportunity to make a difference in other people's lives. So thank you so much. So friends, there you have it. Very powerful sessions there by Dr. Julia, very powerful session by Kamau, basically just sharing their testimony and also giving tips on how these products of Neolife have really made a positive difference in their lives. And as we come to the end of this session, I just want to remind us all what has been repeated over and over again, that it's important to protect ourselves. It's important for you to start consuming these products now if you have not yet started. And the best way to consume them is by becoming a member of Neolife. Become a distributor and start buying these products for yourself, for your family, for your own health. So that by the time you are falling sick, in case you do fall sick, you're not hoping that you fall sick, but as you know, disease is with us and it doesn't go anywhere, and one can fall sick at any time, not only just COVID, but any other disease. But when your immunity is high, then you are much better off in fighting off whatever disease it is, and COVID being one of them. So let us be proactive. Let us take charge of our health. If you're a guest, talk to the person who invited you. Ask him, how can I join Neolife? How can I access these products at a discount? And then join us in the journey to make the world a healthier and happier place. If you feel you don't want to join, still talk to that same person and ask him, how can I get these products? And I'm sure he or she will gladly help you to acquire them for your own use and for your family. Others, guys, it was great talking to you today. Next week, we'll be back again on another topic on health. And we'll be looking at a different aspect of health. This recording will be available a little bit later tonight. So listen to it again, share it with a friend. Who knows? You're bound to make a positive difference in somebody's life by just sharing this information. And it might help that person. It can be the difference between life and death for that person by you either sharing or not sharing this information. So I encourage you, once you get this video, make sure you share it out there, and then let us go out there and make a positive difference in people's lives. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Julia. Thank you so much, Kamau, for that wonderful session. Have a restful Sunday afternoon, everyone, and God bless you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.